What's up guys, and welcome to another video. My name is Nico, and in today's video I'm going to do something a little bit different. In this video I'm going to share with you guys my favorite Filipino snacks. When I was thinking about making this video, there were so many different foods that came into my mind, and to be honest with you guys, I could probably do many episodes of this kind of video. So if you guys want to see more after watching this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up to let me know. Also, if you see something here that you like as well, or you have another favorite Filipino snack, leave those in the comment box down below. For this video, since it's the first one, I wanted to choose a variety of different snacks, things that you can buy in the grocery store or the sari-sari store, things that you can see in a lot of places on the street corners, as well as things where you'll need to go to a specific store to buy them. These fall into the category of things that you shouldn't eat all the time, but I always enjoy these things whenever I do. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is something that is extra popular. This is called potato corner. These are flavored fries, so they're like your traditional French fries, except they have powdered seasoning like you would get in potato chips or in flavored popcorn that you get in a theater, something like that. But in 1991, I believe they started in 1991, these were invented, and these are a total game changer. So if you guys haven't tried something like this, if you guys don't have this in your country, you're totally missing out. So the original flavors for potato corner are barbecue, cheese, and sour cream and onion. This is a giga size, so it's I think it's the third biggest size. There's one or two more after this that are actually bigger. But when you get a giga size, you can get more than one flavor. So what I have here is a mixture of barbecue and sour cream, and this is my favorite combination. This is extremely huge. It's probably good for 2 people, 3 people could probably share this, but when I'm watching a movie and have some extra calories to use up, I love getting the giga size. There's probably 700 or 800 calories, but it's delicious, and I would highly recommend the barbecue and the sour cream flavor. So good. Potato corner should be our national dish. This is one of those things where once you start eating it, it's hard to put away. Now, the idea of fries with powdered seasoning has become so popular that even chains like McDonald's and Jollibee have their own versions. But I think that potato corner, the original, is always going to be the best, and it's always going to be my favorite. So after eating that very savory, very salty potato corner, you might want something sweet. And that brings me to my next favorite Filipino snack. This is a very popular one. This is something that everyone probably knows about here in the Philippines, and it is called Taho. Taho is a mixture of just 3 ingredients. It's little tapioca balls. We call this sago. It's tofu. I think it's tofu, but it's prepared in a specific way that makes it really soft, and then you have your syrup on top of that. So just those 3 ingredients, and it's super delicious. Now, I like getting my taho on the sweeter side, so whenever I get this, I always get it with a little bit extra syrup. I asked for the Taho man to add a little bit more, and it's extra delicious that way. I don't know how to describe the taste of this because it's very interesting. I guess the taste is very like sugary, but I think what makes this is that sugaryness with the texture of the sago balls, the tapioca balls, as well as the tofu. You mix it around and you eat this up. Now, Taho is something that you can find everywhere. You find the Taho man on the street corner. You can even find them in malls now. But growing up, what happened was where I used to live, my village, there used to be a Taho man that would go around the village on the weekends, and you would always hear him shouting that there was Taho. And then when you hear him shout, you go outside, sort of like the ice cream truck, the ice cream man, and then you get your Taho. They serve them in these paper cups now. They also do them in plastic cups, but what I used to do when I was a kid was we used to bring our own cups, our own mugs, and the Taho man would put it in our very own cups. Again, this is on the sweeter side, so you can't have too much of it, otherwise it becomes too much. But a serving this small is perfect, and I love having this once in a while. Honestly, I don't have this too much anymore, maybe once a month, if that, maybe once every few months. but whenever I do, again, I really enjoy this Tahoe. Delicious. Number 3 is one of my favorite things that comes out of the Philippines. It's called Choc Nut or Hany. Those are 2 different brands, but they're essentially the same thing. It comes in a pack like this and it says milk chocolate, but what it really is, it's more of a peanut butter snack, I would say, than a chocolate snack. There is a hint of chocolate, but whenever I try it, it's more of that peanutty taste. So let's open this up and I'll show you what we have. Now the reason why I have Hany here with me is because this was the one that was available in the store that I went to. But I think the original one was Choc Nut, and that's the one I have more often. And they come in these little wrappers just like this. They actually changed their packaging. The iconic packaging that I remember from my childhood was always a 2-layer packaging of paper and then like a thin layer of aluminum foil. Now it comes in this combination of plastic and aluminum foil type material. So you open it up, and then what you have is a little bar of this peanut chocolate thing. And it's different from a chocolate bar, like a milk chocolate bar, because this one breaks easily and it's more powdery. But it's delicious. And it's so easy to eat these. Now I can't have too many of these because each little cube is 70 calories, and not even joking, I could probably get through the whole pack. And the whole pack would be, you know, more than 1,000 calories, approaching 2,000 calories, if that. So these are very dangerous, but once in a while, I'll have 1 or 2 of these, and it's an amazing sweet treat. Again, this one is called Hany, but the one I have more often is something called Choc Nut. These are delicious. So that was snack number 3. Let's move on to snack number 4. And snack number 4 is going to be a combination of a few things. I'm just going to put it under one category, and that is chips, crisps, whatever you want to call them. But what I have here, there are many different chips that I love. I could probably do a whole episode, a whole video on them. But what I have here are cheese rings, and these things called Cracklings. And the reason why I chose these 2 are because I think they both represent a different category of chips. Starting off with Cracklings, this is something that I didn't eat too much growing up. I do love them, but I didn't eat them too much. My sister loved these. These are salt and vinegar flavor, and so I would put this under the category of more savory chips. They come like this. Really good. And salt and vinegar is a very popular combination in the Philippines. I know they have salt and vinegar Lay's and Pringles and things like that, but here there are a lot of salt and vinegar things. Vinegar in particular is something very popular. A lot of people cook with vinegar. A lot of people use vinegar as a sauce for their food. So that's why you get a lot of chips that are salt and vinegar flavor. The ingredients for this, okay, this has a lot of ingredients. These are super good. And again, they're more savory, more salty. And so I would put this under that category. But what I have here is another category of chips, for me at least. This is called cheese rings. And when you look at them, you might think they're like regular cheese chips, right? But these aren't like what you would typically get. You know, a lot of cheese chips, like cheese puffs, cheese balls, things like that, they're more on the salty side, but these are special because they're extremely sweet. And that's what I think makes these super good. This is from a company called Regent. And they also make this other thing called cheese ball, no, not cheese ball, sweet corn, which I love so much. I couldn't find them in the grocery store, but I would have featured those in this video as well. Those are delicious, and this is something that I grew up eating. And that sweet corn that I was talking about, that's something I had even more of. That was one of my favorites, if not my favorite, Filipino chips growing up. So these are delicious. These are things you can find in your grocery store or anywhere actually. You can find them in different sizes as well. Super good. I'd recommend these 2, Cracklings and cheese rings. And if you guys want to see a whole video about the different kinds of chips we have here in the Philippines, let me know and I'll make that happen for sure. You might notice me sweating right now. It's because I'm facing a window right now and the sun is out. This is how I like to film. I like using natural light, and I think eating this food and talking at the same time is making me sweat even more. 4 down, last one. This is one of my all-time favorites. It is probably like a top 10 pasalubong that you give you know, your relatives in other countries. Dried mangoes. These are delicious. This is a brand called Pro Food, but there are other brands of this. There are lots of different brands. And this is what it sounds like. It is dried mangoes. You can get dried mangoes in different countries as well, but something special about Philippine dried mangoes are because they use the Philippine mangoes, which they don't taste like other mangoes. They have, I think, a slightly less mango-y flavor actually, but the sweetness is unlike anything you've ever tried. So that's what makes these dried mangoes special and different from dried mangoes from other countries. And one thing I like to look for when I get dried mangoes is I like getting these ones where they actually look like they are chunks of mango that are dried, versus there's some that look more processed where all of the pieces look the same. They almost look like candy, like gummies that are all the same. I prefer these ones where they're all sort of like different shapes, different sizes. Sometimes you get like drier ones, sometimes you get slight moisture in some, sometimes they're softer than others. And that just shows me that, you know, they're, you know, actual mangoes, and I love them. I'm just gonna eat the small piece right now because these are extremely sweet. I love them. When I lived in the States, I would always bring these to the States whenever I came from the Philippines. Delicious. Top 5 favorite Filipino foods of all time. Dried mangoes would probably have to be one of them. Oh gosh, I'm sweating. So that's it, guys. Those are some of my favorite Filipino snacks. I'm gonna run through everything one more time super quickly. Potato corner, the one, the only. Barbecue and sour cream, my favorite flavor combination. I do like the cheese as well. For you guys who love the cheese, that's delicious, but I'm more of a barbecue guy and I like the contrast with the sour cream. We have Taho. This is still warm, so I'm actually gonna eat this right after finishing this video. This is delicious. I'm gonna have a little bit more. Delicious. Hany or Choc Nut. I love these things. There's only one person in this world that loves Hany or Choc Nut more than me, and that's my dad. And that's probably why I love these so much. We have the chips. Cheese rings. Sweet, delicious. Cracklings. Salt and vinegar. I prefer cheese rings, to be honest with you guys, but some people love that salt and vinegar flavor. And last, dried mangoes, the one, the only. Delicious. So that's it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know and I'll be sure to do more. I can do other versions, you know. This was a sort of a mixture of stuff, but I can do specific categories if you guys would like only chips, only pastries, things like that. Just let me know by leaving a comment down below. Also, don't forget to comment down below on what your favorite Filipino snacks are. If you haven't yet, subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.